What is happening, y'all? Welcome back to Beyond Organic Gardening. And if you're new here, welcome. Today, just taking a quick throw. Man, I've been struggling talking lately. I don't know if I need to read books or something. But back here at my parents' garden, and I was looking at it, doing some work, and I started having a couple thoughts come to me, so I thought I would share them. I'm jumping right into the video. I know I don't like pit-patting around, usually. But what was on my mind today, I was just thinking, somebody told me or put in one of my comments on TikTok, they said, knowledge is power. And it's something that we hear quite a lot. And I've pretty much heard it throughout our entire lives. Beat into our head, knowledge is power, knowledge is power, knowledge is power. And I don't agree with that. I never really did fully agree with it growing up, but I couldn't, always explain or articulate why exactly it didn't really sit right with me. But there's this channel that I like to watch a lot, where I got a lot of my inspiration from James Prigioni, the gardening channel with James Prigioni. And he drops a lot of gems, randomly. Like, he'll drop them on you real quick and they'll kind of fly over your head if you're not paying attention. But one of the things that he said, and it clicked why that knowledge is power never sat right with me, he said, knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. And that hit home for me like crazy, like absolutely like crazy. I could sit on my couch all day, every day. And I'm gotta use this as an example because the other year before I really got into gardening, I was down, I was depressed, anxious, blah blah, whatever. And I've always liked to research and look into stuff. And while I'm sitting around depressed and not doing anything on my tail, I was looking up a bunch of stuff and learning a bunch of stuff. But I was just sitting there and learning about gardening during that time. If I would have just learned and kept learning about gardening, which I could have done and did for months, I would have plenty of knowledge about gardening, plenty of knowledge. But if I kept sitting there on my tail, none of it. I think it just focused. None of this would be here at all. And if none of this was here, then I wouldn't have this channel, and I wouldn't be able to talk to y'all and share that knowledge with y'all. I wouldn't have my TikTok. I wouldn't be able to share the knowledge on there and the information on there and, the results to show it. I wouldn't have any of this at all. I would have still been sitting down on my tail in my bed, wherever I was, feeling sorry for myself, feeling bad, just with a whole bunch of knowledge about gardening, but nothing to show for it at all. Okay. And I think kind of part of what triggered that in me today was, one of my posts on TikTok started doing really well the other day. And the people in there kept saying, I was just kind of talking about, medical industry, how they're making a bunch of money off of us, blah, 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 whatever. I'm not going to get too deep into it. If you want to check it out, you can go to my TikTok page, Beyond Organic Gardens. But some of the people in the comments kept saying over and over and over again, like, oh, I've known this for a very long time. Oh, I've been knew this. We've been known that. Oh, I've known this for years. And, I've known a lot of this stuff for years too. But just knowing it has not done a whole lot for me. And not even just for me, for others. The goal is to help others out, right? It's a community to love our neighbors, show our neighbors love. You know what I'm saying? So, you can sit there and accumulate all the knowledge in the world and puff yourself up with pride. Oh, I knew this. I've known that. Oh, we already knew this. So why aren't you doing anything about it? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't you doing anything? And to me, that's worse than not knowing something at all. And, this is a quote that I do agree with, is, Be the change that you want to see in the world. Be that change. Do that. People, whoa, when are people going to wake up? Or I wish more people would talk about this or talk about that or say this or say that. You do it. Get out of here. You do it. If you know, you do it. Encourage and inspire other people to do it. I know so many people, and there's so many people on my page. Oh, I'm waiting for people to wake up this, or I'm waiting for people to wake up that. Why don't you do something to help show them the way out, to help shake them and wake them up? You know what I'm saying? Not just sit there and stare at them, hoping they see what's going on around them and talk. Tell them they hopeless. Tell them, oh no, it's helpless. They're all stupid. They're all idiots. And I did call people stupid and idiots in my post. I apologize for that and everything, but I didn't just sit there and bash them. Even though I was upset and angry, I still put myself out there and shared the information with them in hopes, if I was broadcast to all 7-8 billion people on the planet right now, all of them, if I was talking to everybody at once and I'm sharing this knowledge and sharing it, I don't care if everybody, all but one person heard me. Or I take that back. If one person, I'm having a brain fart right now. It's so hot out here. But I don't care if only one person out of the entire human population heard what I had to say. That one person would be worth it. And people have been trying to discourage me too. Oh, they're not going to hear you. Oh, they're too stupid. Oh, don't waste your time. Don't waste your breath. Blah, 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 whatever. No, I already know most people aren't going to hear. I already know most people aren't going to receive the message. I already know most people aren't going to apply it. I know that already. That's just how people are. But there are a few people out there that are in the mix that might need and do need to hear something like this to give them that little kick that they need to go, that little boost of encouragement, that little whatever it is. Somebody that's just kind of finally starting to see what's going on. They're on the edge. They're on the cusp of breaking through and making a change. That's who I'm here for and who I'm here to talk to. Those with ears, let them hear. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear. And they're worth it. If Christ subscribed to that same type of thinking, most people aren't going to hear that. They're not going to hear what I have to say anyway. No, I might as well not do it. They might. People would decay. Nothing would have happened. There would be no way out of this mess. There'd be no way out of this filth. We would just be straight up doomed, damned. There would be no hope for us at all. He knew that most people weren't going to hear what he had to say. He knew that already. He still came and did what he did. Those same people he knew weren't going to hear, not even just hear him, they were going to hate him for what he had to say. Not only hate him, they would go kill him for it. He knew that and still came and said what he had to say. For people like me, people like you, and whoever else who may not know or don't know or something, anything along those lines, but give them a chance. They hear what he had to say and give them a chance to move on it, to act on it, to apply it, and to acknowledge it. If you brush it off, okay, whatever. But there are going to be those people out there that do hear what he has to say, do know what he came to do, why he came to do it, and they're going to turn and come to him. That's who he came for. It's the same thing that I'm doing with the message, everything that I spread and teach. I told you, who do you think I get my notes from? Who do you think I take after? Who do you think I'm trying to be like and trying to emulate? Oh, I'll never come close, but that's the perfect model. He is the one and only person you should be going to and trusting for anything, literally anything. His ways are life. They are. That's what he came to give. So that's the stuff that these people are saying are just nuts, and they get me just as irritated as the people who say crazy stuff in the comments, or people who write me off as this and that. Like the people who do know and then choose to just give up on everybody and everything, they're just as annoying to me, because I'm gonna be doing this and saying this stuff until I die. If you come back before I die, until my time is up, I'm going to be saying this stuff. And I know I'm going to be getting rejected time after time after time again, but I don't care. It's too much at stake not to share and not to make this stuff known and not to let people know, and at least give them a chance, or let them have an option, something to think about, something to sit on. So that's pretty much all I got for today. Just had to get some of that off of me. But thank you for sticking around. If you stuck around to the end, thank you for listening to me talk and rant, listening to my heart. I know sometimes I'll be all over the place. I'll be doing a lot. It may have been clear, it may not have been, whatever. But thank you for tuning in anyway and listening. I will catch you on the next video. If you're new here, you stuck around, you liked what you saw, join me. Man, I got a lot more nuggets, the truth, whatever, to drop on y'all. A lot more stuff to share, a lot more gardening and stuff to do. I know I didn't show a ton of garden and a lot of garden stuff in this, but there'll be plenty of that coming too. My channel, I'm gonna talk about what's on my heart and do what's on my heart. So stick around, join me, rock with me, ride with me. Until next time, peace.